What if a tank could fly into battle? It sounds insane. But during World War II, both Britain and the Soviet Union actually tried to make this idea a reality. Imagine it, a massive metal beast meant to cross rivers, forests, and mountains, not by slow and difficult transport, but literally gliding through the air above the battlefield. The problem was simple. Tanks were heavy and slow, yet armies needed to move them quickly and efficiently. Think about the logistics. How do you move dozens of tons of armor across difficult terrain without losing time or risking destruction? At the time, options were limited. Bridges could be destroyed, forests were dense, and rivers deep. Inventors asked a crazy question. What if tanks could fly? The British attempted to solve this problem in 1941. They designed a massive wooden glider called the Baynes Bat. Its purpose was to carry a light tank directly into battle. Picture the scene. A pilot sitting in the glider, with a tank suspended beneath, ready to soar hundreds of meters above the ground. The prototype did fly, but never with an actual tank. Tests showed that the structure was too fragile and the tank too heavy to be practical. The Soviets went even further. In 1942, designer Oleg Antonov created the A-40, a real T-60 light tank with detachable wings. The idea was similar: attach wings to the tank, tow it into the air with a bomber, and then glide it into the battlefield. The A-40 actually glided once and landed safely. Imagine the sight: a metal monster gliding over forests and fields, an incredible spectacle for anyone watching. But the problems were severe. Tanks were still too heavy, and aircraft too weak. The A-40 almost destroyed the bomber towing it, and the tests showed that such a solution was not practical. Eventually, both projects were abandoned. After that, tanks continued to be transported the traditional way, first by massive cargo planes and later by helicopters. Flying tanks became one of the strangest military experiments in history, a fascinating technical curiosity that never changed the course of battles. But still, imagine if all technical problems had been solved. The world of military technology would have looked completely different. Looking at the details, the Baynes Bat was mostly made of wood, because metal would have been too heavy. Its wings were enormous, and each test required perfect conditions. The pilot had to be extremely skilled. Any mistake could be catastrophic. The Soviet A-40, on the other hand, was metal, heavier, and more complex. Still, it proved that the idea of a flying tank was not impossible, just completely impractical with the materials and technology of the time. These projects reveal something fascinating: the human drive to innovate. Danger and failure did not stop engineers from dreaming the impossible. Today's modern technologies, like drones and heavy military vehicles, are spiritual successors to these experiments. Perhaps in our time, a flying tank could exist, but during World War II, it remained a dream. In the end, the flying tank remains a symbol of ambitious ideas that required more than just courage. They required technology that didn't exist yet, planning, and a bit of luck. Even so, the memory of these attempts continues to inspire curiosity, showing that humans are always willing to push the boundaries of what is possible. And if you enjoyed exploring the wildest inventions in military history, make sure to subscribe for more incredible stories from the past, the forgotten experiments, and the fascinating what-ifs that shaped the world.